Hey, Mama. Welcome to the Everwell Mama Podcast, the place where we explore simple, sustainable self-care and wellness strategies to help you feel your best while managing your busy life. I'm Siobhan Bingham, a holistic life and wellness coach here to guide you as we uncover practical tools that will actually stick so you can enjoy self-care without the guilt trip. Whether you're a new listener or returning for more, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive into the next step on your journey to becoming an Everwell Mama. Hey, I'm so excited to be with you today, where we're going to dive into one of my favorite topics because let's be real, we all need it this time of the year. And that's how to find joy and energy during the holiday season as a busy AF mom. Christmas is supposed to be a magical time, right? And as a mom, you're lucky enough to be able to make some of that holiday magic. But at the same time, for many of us, the pressure to make everything perfect can turn it into something stressful. Whether it's figuring out what gifts to buy, handling the holiday meals, organizing all the new events that are added into your calendar, or simply keeping up with your regular routine on top of everything else, there's a lot to juggle, and it can leave you feeling pretty drained. So grab your favorite cozy holiday drink and settle in. Today, I'm going to share some practical tools, tips, and strategies that will help you stay well physically, emotionally, and mentally throughout the holidays without all the hustle and stress. We're talking about energy management that actually lets you enjoy the season. Like you're a kid again, too. Are you ready? Let's dive in. So let's start by talking about why the holidays can be so exhausting for us as moms. It's not just about the extra tasks, although that's a big part of it. We take on so much because we want everything to be perfect for our families, right? But we often forget that we are a part of that beautiful family picture. Think about it. The constant list making, the gift buying, the meal planning, the coordinating who's going where and when. It can start to feel like we're the ones doing all the work while everyone else just gets to enjoy the season. And it's not like our regular responsibilities go on hold either. Nope. We still have jobs, we still have kids and other important relationships, and we still need to take care of ourselves, or at least try. It's a lot. And if you're not careful, it can leave you with so little energy to actually enjoy the magic of the season. But, my lovely lady, it doesn't have to be like that. Now, anyone who knows me knows that I love a good to-do list. And even more so when it's in chronological order or color-coded or both, because that's just like the chef's kiss for my organizational brain. Going into the holidays before, I thought that if I could just make the world's best to-do list and get everything checked off, everything would fall into place. But the truth, that only led to me walking down the street crying with my baby in my carrier as the turkey was cooking in the oven. Not a good look. And an even worse feeling. And my poor husband was sitting at home like, what just happened? Because I wasn't being clear about what I needed and how that beautiful to-do list needed to get done. And after that lovely Thanksgiving in 2021, I said, I am never going to have another holiday like that. I needed to figure out how to make some good changes so that I could enjoy the time with my family. And let me tell you now, especially going into this holiday season of 2024, it feels so good. And so this year, I'm encouraging you to do something different. I want you to try to manage your energy instead of your to-do list. And here's how. First, I need you to set boundaries early, like as soon as you hear this episode. I know setting boundaries can be hard, especially when you're trying to please everyone. But Mama, your energy matters. And saying no to things that aren't in alignment with your well-being is a huge act of self-care. So start by evaluating your calendar. What events, obligations, or activities can you skip or just cut back on? What can you delegate to someone else? And where can you just say, I can't do that this year? This is where you get to be strategic about your time. And when you say no to the things that drain you, you're saying yes to your peace of mind and all of the magical traditions and activities that will actually make you feel fired up and excited instead of exhausted. Next, you need to schedule me time. And I don't mean like every Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m., but some flexible time that fits into your schedule regularly so that you know what's coming up when you're deep in those stressful moments. I hear from my clients all the time, and I struggled a lot with feeling like I was being selfish. But, Mama, if you don't put yourself in the schedule, no one else will. And you deserve it. Even if it's just that 15 minutes a day to yourself, like hello to reading a good book or quiet time with a nice peppermint hot chocolate, those moments of recharge will make a huge difference in your energy levels. And the holidays don't have to mean that you're constantly giving and never receiving. You can even think of it as a gift to your partner or the support people in your life because you're giving them the ability to give time and support to you. So start scheduling that time for you and do it unapologetically. Third, you need to get real about your expectations. And this is a really big one because we've all been there. We want that perfect holiday meal, the perfect decor, the perfect traditions. But trying to live up to these idealized versions of the holidays can burn us out before the first gift that you meticulously wrapped is even torn open. And let's get real here. You don't need to do it all. You don't need to make everything from scratch, decorate every corner of your house, or have a Pinterest perfect Christmas. What's important is that you enjoy the moments that you create. What traditions and memories can you think of from when you were a kid? What were the activities that you did that make you feel giddy about sharing with your kids now? For me, I love doing one type of baking, something super simple like cookies or cupcakes. And this is something that I've always loved to be a part of, even as a kid. I have a big sweet tooth, so having some sort of baked good to make my house smell Christmassy is like a bonus. And sometimes this recipe is from scratch, and sometimes it's a gingerbread cookie kit from the store. The point, though, for me is spending that time with my kids to create these cookies and then share them together. That's what's special. Another non negotiable for me is decorating the Christmas tree as a family. We do the same roles every year, and I love to see the pictures and the growth of my babies each year. Another part that's super special and important to me is making cards. My mom is an artist, so art has always been a big part of my life. And ever since my eldest was one, we've created our own simple Christmas cards to give to friends and family and different organizations in our town. And they're always a big hit because they're homemade cards with little fingerprints on them. And the love that we put into them and the connection time we're getting together as a family from both making them and delivering them is what's special to me. I don't really love gifts and gift giving. Like for me, that's literally my bottom love language. Because I personally find that the planning, the buying, the wrapping, the delivering, and the financial aspect of gifts, all of the people in my life, puts a lot of pressure on me. And I feel bad when I choose to give a gift to one person but not to another, right? But cards is an easy yes for me. That's something that is simple and easy for me to do. So guess which one I do? On the flip side, my husband loves giving gifts. That's one of his higher love languages. And so one of his traditions that he loves to have is to do matching pajamas. And that's the tradition that's important to him. So he researches the colors and the patterns that he wants. He gets all the sizes together and he gets us a set every year so that we can take a family photo in front of the tree. And I think this is super fun and I enjoy doing it, but it's not a make or break for me. I can take it or leave it. But he handles all the details and he enjoys it. So we do it every year. Another easy yes. So how can you take the pressure off of yourself this season? What's that happy memory that you want to make? What are your easy yeses? Remember to keep it super simple. Hey, Mama. Do you feel like you're running on empty, just trying to keep up with the day-to-day? I totally get it. Finding time for yourself can feel impossible. That's exactly why I created guilt-free energy hacks for working moms who are tired of being tired. A free, quick access PDF filled with simple ideas to help you recharge without the guilt. Inside, you'll find 21 easy, realistic energy hacks organized by how much time you might need. One of them takes as little as 30 seconds. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, these strategies fit into your day so you can feel more energized and ready to tackle whatever gets thrown at you next. So if you're ready for a little more you time without sacrificing everything else, head down to the show notes to try them out for free. You deserve it, and I promise your energy will thank you. Okay, now that we've talked about managing your energy and setting boundaries, let's talk about creating a holiday routine that actually supports you. I know the holidays can throw off your regular schedule, but the more you can maintain a rhythm that keeps you grounded, the more energy you'll have to actually enjoy everything around you. So first, you got to stick to your basic routines. This one might seem kind of obvious, but it is very important. When we get caught up in all the holiday madness, we tend to toss our routines out the window. But your regular self-care practices, whether it's exercise, eating balanced meals, or getting enough sleep, can make or break your energy levels. So even during this busy holiday season, try to maintain your morning or evening rituals, especially your typical bedtimes and wake times. Even on days when you get less sleep, you'll have more energy if you stick to these times rather than throwing off your whole circadian rhythm. And keep these morning and evening routines sacred, because when you're taking care of your body and mind, you're able to show up better for your family and for yourself. Second, you gotta incorporate movement, mama. I know this one can feel tricky when you're on the go, but here's the thing. You don't have to work out for an hour to get the benefits. You don't even have to work out. You could take a walk after dinner, do a quick yoga session in your living room, or, my favorite, dance around the house with your kids to your favorite holiday tunes. It's about finding those small ways to get your body moving and release that tension, especially with all that holiday stress piling on. And as a plus, all that movement isn't just good for your body, it's great for your mind too. And with your routine, you've also got to nurture your social connections without overdoing it. The holidays are a time for family and friends, but that doesn't mean you have to say yes to every invitation. Remember, you're the one who gets to decide how much socializing is just enough for you. If you're an introvert like me, you might need a little more quiet time to recharge. And if you're more extroverted, maybe you need to find ways to balance all those social events you want to go to. The key is balance. Enjoy your connections, but make sure you're nurturing your own well-being along the way. This year, I'm not traveling to family and friends, which sounds kind of sad when I say it like that, but it's actually so freeing to know that I don't have to deal with all the hustle and bustle of traveling 8 to 12 hours in a packed car in the cold with weather conditions only so-so, just to live out of a suitcase for a week and worrying about my pipes freezing while I'm gone. Whoop! As you can see, I'm actually super excited. And family is coming to visit us in a month or so when it's not such a hectic time. And until then, there's video calls, voice notes, the cards that we're sending, and love abounding with our great access to technology. It's not like we're in the dark ages anymore where we have to wait like 5 weeks to get a card. Now that we've got some strategies in place, let's talk a bit more about how to actually enjoy the holiday season. Because it's not just about managing your energy, it's about making space for that joy. Here are a few small but mighty tips. If you haven't gotten it yet, I want you to focus on meaningful traditions, not Instagram ones. What's one tradition that really lights you up? Is it watching a favorite holiday movie, baking cookies together, or taking a family walk after Christmas dinner? Or are you someone who loves to move that elf around? You've got to choose a couple things that make this season feel special and let go of everything else. You can always bring them back in another year when you've got a little more capacity to take care of those things. And remember, it's not about the size of the celebration. It's about making memories with your family that fill your heart. What's one tradition or task that you could let go of this year to create more joy? Take a moment to think about it. Sometimes it's as simple as swapping that homemade for store-bought. Next, give yourself permission to rest, to take a nap, or to sit down with a cup of tea without feeling guilty. It's okay if you don't feel like doing all the things. You deserve it, and your family likely needs some extra recharge time too. Winter teaches us that even the plants need to chill and sleep for a while, so we need to rest too. We don't need to be overstimulated, and we don't need to get our kids overstimulated either, because that's just a recipe for energy disaster. Next, let's try to savor the little moments. The best part of the holidays isn't the presents, the parties, or the big dinners. It's those little moments, like snuggling up with your kids by the fireplace or hearing their giggles as they open their gifts. Take a breath and really savor those moments because that is the real magic of Christmas. Okay, Mama. I hope this episode gave you some simple and practical ideas to make this holiday season a bit lighter, brighter, and more joyful. You don't have to do it all, and you definitely don't have to do it alone. If you loved this episode, subscribe so you don't miss next week's tips for a restorative holiday reset. And let's keep the conversation going. Share your favorite holiday tradition with me on Instagram or Threads, Everwell Coaching. Remember to take care of you, enjoy the little moments, and remember, you've got this. Chat soon. Thank you so much for tuning in today. You can find the transcript and all the resources mentioned in the show notes below. If this episode was helpful, I would really appreciate you leaving a 5-star rating and review so I can keep making it. Also, I want to make sure this podcast actually answers your wellness questions. If you've got a specific question about how to implement more wellness into your already filled day, send me a DM on Instagram at Everwell Coaching so I can share resources or create a future episode just for you. Stay tuned for our next episode, and until then, remember to take a moment each day to do something that fills your cup, Mama.